Today's video is about what we've learned in our first experience with the Valvini Indexini.
To be more specific, we're going to be going over some of the games we've played while we've been gone, the experiences that we've had, what it's like actually wearing the headset and playing, and some general tips and tricks that we've learned along the way to make your experience just that much more.
Since you last saw us, we've bought... Did we even buy them?
Well, Half-Life Alyx came with.
Boneworks, Beat Saber, and Half-Life Alyx. So I started with Beat Saber. Obviously it was really fun and I felt like a ninja and nothing about it made me sick or too hot or anything. Then I jumped right into Half-Life Alyx. I started standing up and I gotta say that first opening scene that everyone showed when the game was first coming out, it's a lot. It's so smooth and it looks so real. I think the continuous turning really got me and I was just like, it's really weird. So I kept going. You'll see this all in the playthrough, but I kept going. I think the easiest part of that whole beginning section was the drawing aspect of it. I won't spend too much time on this, but all right, and that's it. That's the Half-Life Alyx playthrough. Hope you guys enjoyed. But going anywhere took me like 3 times as long just because I had to go slow. The second you start like turning really fast is when you're like spinning Mr. Krabs meme. So I told James, I was like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I'm feeling worse and worse. So we stopped.
Also played Beat Saber, great experience, lots of fun. Now, me being a gamer, you know, like a gamer, I decided that I've seen enough VR to go straight into Boneworks and walk my pretty butt in there and act like John Wick. You will be disoriented, most likely. You are depriving yourself of something that is so natural and putting yourself into something else that feels just as natural but isn't real. That fact alone almost made me eat it bad within maybe a minute and a half of getting to the game because I didn't want to take it slow. So that's going to bring us to our first tips and tricks of the Valve Index.
Tip number 1, take it slow.
Get acclimatized before you start running. Snap back.
Climatized.
You may want to get into that space and go running, but please trust me when I say this. It is much better to walk before you run.
Honestly, when I went in, I saw all of the YouTube videos that people had done. I was super excited to have the same experience. Just take it really slow for your own experience.
Side note is a game like Beat Saber where you're not moving around too much is a really good way to kind of get your feet underneath you. It's great to go into those other virtual worlds, but trust me, Beat Saber it up and then you'll be a little bit more ready for, you know, actual movement.
Tip 2, fans, or at least just staying cool. Hello?
Did y'all hear? This bad boy heats up. She got them 120, 244, 600 hertz, maybe not 600 hertz. This has a high refresh rate and it does get really hot on your face.
That's why we recommended either a fan, crank the AC, anything to keep you cool, maybe take some chill breaks, stick your head into the freezer. I don't know how you get cool, just do it. What's that? What? Okay, hey, I have another call. Hello? What's wrong with these? Tip 3. We're so dumb.
Yeah, it's okay.
Tip 3 is related to tip 2.
A countermeasure per se. Also related to mitigating motion sickness. Now, you may have been motion sick on a boat before, seasickness, and they typically shove Bonine or Dramamine in your face. No. That stuff makes you feel pretty weird, and I wouldn't want to play, any type of VR on that. So, turn to your sushi chef and say,
extra ginger, please.
I knew you'd get it. Ginger is great. It's not only good for digestion and palate cleansing, it also helps soothe the symptoms of motion sickness and seasickness. So next time you're on a boat or maybe getting into VR, consider ginger. Number 4, which is more of a preference than an actual, tip.
A setting.
A setting, yeah, a setting. And we'll go over more settings later. This is the difference between
snap turn and continuous turn. Continuous turn is gonna look a lot better when you're streaming or recording like we are for YouTube. Snap turn is a little more choppy, but might help you in the beginning once you're getting used to VR. Do you even act, bro?
I look like a goober in the back, but I'm just gonna own it.
So the next tip is also gonna be a setting. I don't know why they didn't put this setting in the normal cogwheel, but we're gonna open up Steam VR, as you can see, and then we are going to click on the 3 little lines for the drop-down menu that's going to access our devices. And this is the setting to basically choose whether you want your base stations to sleep when the headset itself gets turned off. Personally, right here under power management, I prefer that it goes to sleep instead of standby. I do know that the motors inside make a low hum that is pretty audible, especially when you live in a studio apartment. So yeah, I prefer to put it on sleep. It turns them off. It slows the wake up process, so to speak. But we really haven't had any issues using the sleep setting.
You guys really hit it off in the comment section on our last video. We got so many questions about the Valve Index, especially stuff about shipping time. So we're gonna go ahead and go over some of the questions that we got, and thank you so much for asking. Keep them coming. We'll answer as much as we can to the best of our knowledge.
We personally waited 10 full weeks to receive our order confirmation and around 4 days for it to ship.
Now, people have been experiencing anywhere from 8 weeks all the way up to 10 weeks plus to get their order confirmations and tracking information. Keep in mind, results may vary with you, and fingers crossed you guys get it quicker than we did.
James,
Yes.
Foxy has a question.
What is it, Foxy?
He asked, do you need base stations when using the Valve Index?
How inquisitive.
What a great question, Foxy.
In short, yes, you do need base stations to use the Valve Index. Now, that is one of the comments we got, but there is a less simple answer, but I take it back. It's relatively simple. You need base stations to track your headset in the virtual space that you are in. So if you move in your play area, your base stations keep track of where you actually are and reproduce that same logic in the game. So you can use the Valve Index headset with other brands, as far as I know, as long as they use Steam VR Tracking 1.0.
Just a few videos ago, we were thanking 20 subscribers.
And now we're thanking all 43 of you. You guys rock, thank you so much.
If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. If you like this video, throw a thumbs up on it. Thank you for watching.